what can I say? ADHD for the win. Take a look at what we do to make this look like it does now. Stay tuned. Hey guys, Dave from Dave's Glory Shopworks here. I know it's been a little while. Decided to take a break just before Christmas and we got hit by a whole pile of snow. Anyway, we're all dug out and we're getting things going again. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, and we're coming up to New Year here. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm leaning against this wonderful pile here. This is a 2007 Dodge Caliber, and Brooke and I are going to attempt to turn it into a cartoon, a manga car. So this poor thing has got enough rust and rot over the bottom of it. I'm never going to restore a 2007 Dodge Caliber, not my style, but this car needs a little bit of freshening up, and what better way to do it than to practice your artistic skill on something you don't care about. Alright, so here is the car, and I'm going to show you some of the worst areas, like right down here. Now the fender got mangled in, you can see it's flattened in at the bottom here, curved right in. I just finished bringing that back out, and we're not worried about these marks because we're going to be painting soon. But the rocker panel is beat to heck, rusted through. This door has definitely got a rust hole through it, and you look back here, the fascia's broken, we got rust boils. The back half of the car is not so bad. This side, the wheel well, somebody bondoed it up and didn't fix any of the rust, so now we've got rust through. This is the paint they were using. I don't know what they were thinking. We got a rust hole in the door, the back door, and the rocker panel has rust, as well as the bottom edge of the front door here. This fender's been caved back, so yeah, there's lots of issues that say not a perfect paint job. So here's where we're sitting at now. It's been about an hour and a half, give or take. We've, like I said, we cleaned the car, then we've masked it off. And normally I would do some sanding and masking, whatever, and then clean everything off and final mask. But this is a time-sensitive deal. Brooke and I have completed everything except for the front fog lights. They need a little more time to dry. This car was soaking wet with snow, like 3 hours ago, yeah. So we've made really good progress. Everything is masked off that we're not painting, and we're going to take a quick coffee break. And we're going to take a quick coffee break, and then we're going to get to scuff sanding this whole car, and we're giving ourselves about an hour and a half to complete scuff sanding, and then we can go to paint. Stay tuned. It is the next day, obviously. We petered out about 1 a.m. and decided it would be better to get a little bit of sleep anyway. So I got back out here. Brooke had to go back to town to do her day job. She'll be back out tonight maybe. And I have finished up the scuff sanding on the car. Is it a perfect job? No. But is it done? Yes. Here we go. Here we go. This is gonna be something, guys. I said this is gonna be a cartoon style paint job. Manga, as it were. Kind of Japanese anime sort of deal. We are going to start out with highlighting the spots. Throwing some dark on the darker spots. And in between we've got two different colors of red. Down to this wild raspberry. The orange and the white are simply just for high spots where the sun would be glinting on the car. I have never done this before. I'm not a depth artistic sort of person, so we are gonna see what I can do. This is literally born out of my ADHD brain over the holidays, getting a little bit bored, not doing too much, and well, this is what we get. So I'm sure that most of you are already either turning off or just following to see where this goes. Hopefully following to see where this goes. This is a culmination of my ADHD kicking into overdrive, my oldest daughter and I having a good conversation about custom paint jobs, and the fact that when my ADHD goes into overdrive, I can't help myself. I have to do something. And suddenly I become a semi-expert on doing this sort of thing. So this is the last step, or possibly the second last step, I don't know. I'm going to outline the car and see how it goes, step back, take a look at it. If I really like it, I may clear coat the car. The other side of the story though, I've got to drive this thing to work tomorrow morning. And I can clear coat it tonight and unmask it and all that jazz, but the problem being, I have got rattle can Tremclad Rust-Oleum on the car. That's made of one kind of paint. I'm putting on acrylic water-based markers. That's almost all you can get. Now, had I had the time to, in short order anyway, had I the time to really study and plan this out and budget it out, there's a company called Montana Paint. Right? They sell a rattle can that is for graffiti artists, and they sell paint markers that match with it, and then I believe you would end up putting a lacquer clear over it. And I can get those items, but they take a little while. So this is what we have to work with. This is what a lot of people have done, and I think what I'm going to end up doing, even with the dry spray looking colors and all that jazz, I'm going to drive it for a week or two, see how I like it. If I like it, then I'll make plans to clear coat it. If I don't like it, well, then I'll just scuff sand it all off and repaint the car another color. It's that easy. But here we are, and there's no time like the present. Okay, I don't know if you guys are digging this or not, but I am digging it. I'm going to continue to go here, and I'm going to bring you back in a little bit to kind of get the overview of what's shaking. I'm loving this. Here she is, guys. Who would have thought it? I personally love it. I would love to clear coat it. I'm going to let it breathe for a couple days, and of course it's going to get salty and dirty and road grimy because it's winter, but I don't care. I love this thing.